Good morning, Sharon. Well, the CEO of the Noel Collier Group wants people to know that the best time to buy a home is at any age or phase of life. She says her business helps clients in ages 18 all the way to 98 years old.
I got ready to buy a home. My credit was trash, like in the 500s.
You're listening to the CEO of Noel Collier Real Estate Group. She not only helps families find a home, but Collier hosts virtual seminars to educate and erase myths about the home buying process.
A lot of people think that it takes 6 months to buy a home. A lot of people think that you have to have an 800 credit score. A lot of people think that you have to have $20,000+ saved in order to purchase a home. And that's not the case. We help people get into homes with as little as $7,000.
Collier says now is the perfect time to purchase a house, especially in Houston. It's considered one of the least expensive places to live in Texas.
We are still experiencing rapid appreciation, which means that if you get into your home sooner in the year, you actually will have about $30,000 to $40,000 in equity this time next year.
Collier says don't worry about feeling stuck. If you experience sudden life changes, you can always sell your house and make a profit.
If you're renting for $1,500 a month, which is probably not in the best area, you're spending $20,000 a year that you'll never get back. So home ownership is truly the first step into wealth building.
As a first-generation homeowner, Collier inspired several members of her family to buy a house.
Actually helped my mom and both of my sisters and my grandma purchase a home. They knew that it was possible through me. That's huge.
Most importantly, Collier says having a real estate agent that is knowledgeable about the housing market, your needs, and able to negotiate on your behalf is key. And when it comes to the pandemic, Collier says COVID-19 isn't really a factor anymore, mostly because more people are working from home, the kids are doing their learning from home, doing virtual on the computer. So people are wanting more space, more rooms, and they also have more time on their hands to look and do their research. And right now I am joined with Noel Collier. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning, Sydney. I'm great. How are you?
Good. So when we talk about houses and looking for the perfect home, what should people look for and expect when it comes to deciding between a new construction versus an existing house?
Well, I think that it really depends on what that home buyer is looking for. What we tend to see is that older homes or established homes are a little bit bigger, right? Because they were built some years back. And the newer homes, depending on the price point, sometimes it's just a tad bit smaller. So it does depend on what the buyer is looking for.
Now, what are some red flags when it comes to looking for the perfect home?
Yes, don't buy a home off of Craigslist. That's what I always say, right? But one of the red flags I would say, it really is consult with a real estate agent. If you see something that's for sale on the big barter sites, on the Craigslist sites, on Green Sheet, you want to get with the real estate professional to really confirm that that home is truly for sale and there are no scams involved.
First, what is the first step people should do when it comes to purchasing their perfect home?
The very first step will be to find a knowledgeable real estate expert. I like to think that that's us over at the Noel Collier Group. The next thing that they want to do is connect with a lender, right? And so we actually work with a host and a group of preferred lenders that take care of things like home buyers programs, entrepreneur loans, doctor loans, things of that nature, right? A wide variety of loans. From there, once we get your pre-approval, then we do the fun part, which is to go out house shopping.
Now, we talked a little bit about money and knowing when you're ready. When should people know that they're ready to buy a house?
Yeah. So when that middle credit score is at a 620, because you do have 3 credit scores, the second highest one needs to be a 620. When you have at least $7,000 saved, depending on your price point, and I mean, when you're ready, right? When you're ready to take that first step into wealth building.
And so when it comes to choosing between a new construction and building your home from the ground up versus renovating an older house, what are your thoughts and opinions on that?
It depends on the buyer. Our buyers that tend to go for the more established older homes are looking for a bigger home for, you know, more affordable price point. And then we also have our buyers that want the new, the shiny, want to be able to pick out their own selections, and they tend to go toward new construction. With those new construction homes, we always recommend that you go in with a real estate professional that represents you, because the builder sales reps represent the builder and they have the builder's best interests at heart.
Now, really quick, what are those red flags? What should we be on the lookout for when we come to
red flags? Craigslist, please don't buy a home off of Craigslist unless you have spoken with your real estate professional and confirmed that the home is for sale. Same goes for those big barter sites. We see a lot of people being taken advantage on those websites. We want to make sure that we protect the client and their money.
Thank you so much great information, and we have it on our website as well, cw39.com. Reporting live, Sydney Simone, CW39, Houston.